And then the other one, let's just dive into this a little bit here. Louisville 83, North Carolina 70. UNC is 8-6. I believe they moved up to 14th in GP's rankings after this loss. Meantime, Louisville, shorthanded, of course, without a couple of players here from what they started with for the rest of the season. This was it was a good day and a good start to 2025 for Louisville fans. They land Mikhail Brown Jr., a top 10 prospect in next year's class. Their best get on the recruiting trail in more than a half decade. That happened before this result. And then you get Carolina in your building. You close out dominantly. I mean, UNC just died on the vine in the final 3 minutes of this game. Louisville winds up winning 83-70. A nice win, good gains. Cardinals fans, all right, you got a little something. You did something at home here. Let's see if we can move forward with a little bit more momentum. After we said on the previous show that, it might just wind up being just an okay, whatever kind of season. You're one of Pat Kelsey. It still might be that, but hell, man, you get Carolina in your building and you take care of it and you get it done. Good on the Cardinals. UNC though is the story here, because now at 8-6, I know every single loss at a certain point, there's no more excuse making for North Carolina. Every single loss is understandable. I don't have it in front of me. GP might well know it. I got to believe that every single loss Carolina has is all in quad one. Fine, whatever. But you're 8-6, and your only 2 wins of note are against Dayton on a neutral, where you needed to come back from 17 down to get it done, and then UCLA on a neutral, where you also needed, now, credit for the wins, but the context of the wins and how they achieved them are certainly relevant there. Those 2 wins could have easily been losses, thereby combined 4 points, and right now UNC is 8-6 and staring at 2 of its next 3 on the road as well there. This team is probably just going to be it's just going to be a melodrama the entire season, man. Like they can be dangerous, but they can be caught in any kind of game. They start out every single game slow, and this one was almost the inverse, where Louisville they ended the game the way they usually start most of their games. Your thoughts on your beloved Tar Heels, GP?
Well, I had them out of the top 25 and 1 even before the loss at Louisville. But yeah,
how brave of you to put an 8-5 team not in your top 25 and 1 rankings, by the way.
You gotta stand for something, Norlander. Yeah,
exactly.
At some point, you gotta.
If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. That's right.
That's right. And buddy, have I fallen for Hubert Davis?
Yes,
multiple times.
Yes. You just can't quit him. You can't.
Hubert Davis is like the old girlfriend that I can't trust. I know I can't trust her, but I keep going back. I'm like, it'll be different this time. I like that shirt. I like the way that shirt looks on her. It'll be different this time. I had them preseason number 1 one time. They missed the NCAA tournament. I had them preseason top 5 this time. They can't beat Louisville. In fairness, you are right. All 6 losses are in quadrant 1. But I think even North Carolina fans right now would tell you, shut up. Like, we got to win some.
Right now, they told you this in August.
They did. I will forever give North Carolina fans credit. They are they seem to be reasonable about the caliber of basketball team they have. Because I spent the whole offseason trying to say, man, I think you guys are going to be all right. And they were like, we're not, GP. We're not going to be all right. You stink. I was like, okay. Like every other fan base wants to tell you how awesome they're going to be all the time. And when they're not, their internet goes out. All right? Internet completely goes out. North Carolina fans, of the Blue Bloods, though, that's the fan base that I have recognized are eager to tell you their team sucks when it does. Other fan bases try to argue with you. North Carolina fans are like, no, man, we hate our team too. Yeah. We hate our team more than you do.
I saw Nada put it in the chat here. Welcome back, Nada, by the way.
Juwan Howard's back too.
What do you mean Juwan Howard's back?
In the chat.
Oh, Juwan. Okay. The Juwan Howard imposter. I actually didn't catch that, but all right, fair enough.
He said he's been out playing duck hunt. Big duck hunt fan.
Okay.
And it doesn't surprise me at all.
I figured he'd be a Mike Tyson punch out kind of guy. That'd be me. But whatever.
Oh, okay. I could see Juwan Howard KO and Soda Popinski. No problem.
Is it too early?
Yes.
It's too early. Well, is it too early? That's a profound question.
I think it's too early.
Are we already entertaining the potential that UNC does not make the tournament for the second time in 4 years? Or should we wait? I am prone to wait. Give me 2, 3, 4 more games here. But I think that anxiety is out there.
I'm not ready to go there yet. I had them ranked 2 days ago.
I know.
So I'm not ready to go there yet. But it's not going well. How about this? Pessimistic North Carolina fans were way more accurate about their basketball team than I was in the preseason.
Yeah, we've established that. What else? What else you got?
That's all I have.
That's all you got.
I'm really focused on that right now.
I do wonder. They've hit this weird stage and phase. Ian Jackson is coming into his own, but he's a freshman, but it's undeniable. He's been the past 3 games, 23, 26, 24 points. He's becoming the kind of player this season to this team that RJ Davis was the past 2 seasons. Meantime, RJ Davis has not been the guy. He just has not been what we expected him to be. He has not been the player he was a season ago. Elliot Cadeau is just still unpredictable. They're not a big team. It's a fascinating arrangement they have here. I think they're going to make the tournament. I do think they will make the tournament. I remember this 2 years ago when we were on this podcast and we were doing this exact thing in December and January. And our beloved producer kept saying this team ain't going. Nada, turn on that mic real quick. Real quick. Welcome back. Welcome back from your overseas vacation.
Thank you.
No skiing in Austria for you, by the way?
No, I didn't want to risk my ACL on that one.
Hate to see
it didn't feel like a worthwhile risk. Y'all be making fun of me. And also, I'd had to take an alternative trip to Turkey to get my ACL fixed.
Okay, well, I'm glad.
Getting your ACL fixed in Turkey would have been a hell of a story.
I actually am now frustrated with you all the more that you didn't do this, so you couldn't have that kind of story. Regardless, I wish you'd done it for me, but I understand all the while. Here we are, January 3rd. Is North Carolina making the tournament in 2025? Yes or no?
Absolutely not. They're not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And remember,
Nada said absolutely
not. About this first last time.
All right.
I do not say absolutely not. I want that to be clear. I was merely.
I know we're going to do this again.
Echoing Nada.
Saying they're going to make it. I think they're going to make it, but they are 8-6.
I mean, here's the thing, Norlander, that people don't realize about the NCAA tournament.
Right.
You got to put 68 teams.
You got to get 68 teams in this thing. That's I know, right. But that was true 2 years ago, and they didn't get in. So
it's tough.
We'll see. They're at Notre Dame, then they're home to SMU, then they're at NC State, home Cal, home Stanford. You got to go 4-1 in that stretch minimum. 3-2 or worse. Then we're going to be talking again. Okay.
This is what people said. People said, and I give them credit. They said Carolina's never going to be the same once you let SMU into the ACC.